Hello everyone, welcome back to Lindsay's Builds. So we're going to carry on with the Corvus Blackstar and from Deathwatch, and we're going to do part 5. So yeah, go down camera. So there we go. So this is as far as we've got so far. There's 2 layers of black paint on there. So and I've just put a coat of red on that. Need to do another 2 or 3 coats. Same with this one. So we're just going to do a bit. Probably be an hour and a half, something like that. So there we go. So we're cracking on really with this build. It's going okay so far. Not had no hiccups with this build. So it's doing all right. So I'm using Mephisto red for this. We've got Octal in. It says, "Hi Lindsay, how are you?" I'm good, Octal, thank you. Following Ghost says, "Hey WSM," and Lindsay, hello there, following. Octal says, "Hi Ghost." Nice of you guys to come in. I'm just doing a bit of painting at the moment. Nothing major. Painting process with any build takes the longest. We've got Dale Mac 3D in. He says, "Good evening all." Good evening, Dale. And Octal says, "Hi Dale." I think you'll always be known as Octal Warrior. Okay. Octal says, "Hi Dale." Dale says, "Hi Octal." Sprue and Glue's in, and he says, "Hi Lindsay and all in chatty land." Hello there, Sprue. Welcome in. Following Ghost says, "Almost missed. We went to the park and had a bit of a fall, and no dogs for Sharon to play with." Oh dear. Following Ghost says, "Hi Sprue." Following Ghost also says, "Hi Dale." I was bored, so I thought I've just watched TBG on his premiere, so I sat there waiting for him to finish. Couldn't see anybody else on, so I thought I'll nip in here before anybody else gets any ideas. So, and I know Mark's Mods is finished. So where's the other one? There it is. Everybody's saying their highs. So Following Ghost says hi to Sprue. Ghost says hi Dale. Dale says hi Ghost. And Dale says hey Sprue. We'll do a belly and bev later. Get a few more in. Get a few more in first. Following Ghost says, I heard something break, hoping it's just minor. I checked and only saw a tiny crack on the edge. Ooh. Oh dear. Well, I hope everything's okay. Warrior says, hi Sprue. Octal's #1 in the chat. According to that thing. Get these red bits. Get the first coat on this red bits, and then we can go to the main flyer. Okay. It's nice of you guys to come in. It really is. Thank you very much. Take that off the stand. No more chat yet. 5 people in. Was 7, but two's disappeared. having a nosy. I would have done a panel stream, but I need to keep my hours on that. Okay, following Ghost says, no worries, I watch everything I can. Yeah, if you keep talking to me in the chat, then I can reply to you. That way the stream is not quiet, because you can only think of so much to talk about. So what are you up to, Sprue? Are you just sitting there with your elbows on the bench? You're a bit of a cool drawer, aren't you, Ghost? Looked at some of your drawings on your YouTube channel. They're pretty cool. Spoon Glue says, yep, Scott's Models is in. Said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Scott. Is it still nice and snowy? Okay, we've got David Markey in. Welcome in, David Markey. He says, evening, Lindsay. Evening to you. He also says, evening, folks. And he says, hello, Octal. Hello, Ghost. Hello, Dale. Hello, David. And hello, Scott, he says. Yeah. Okay, following go says I should be done enough with the X-Wing painting tonight so I can set it aside for a bit, keeping the painting simple. Yeah, it's looking awesome as well. Scott's model says in parts, but it's the first day of spring here. Following go says hi Scott and David. Dale says hi David. Dale Mac 3D says hi Scott. First day of spring. Nice. At least you'll have some decent weather soon, Scott. Mind you, your winters are not that bad anyway, are they? Scott's model says good day David, and Ghost and Dale. Dale says hi Scott. I think I already said that. Okay. Scott says 18 degrees today, but we will see. 18's not too bad, Scott. Degrees is good, really, considering you're in spring. If that was here, you'd probably still be in the single figures. Okay, we'll do a bit of a belly and bench, shall we? Okay, so for my belly, I had a beef roast dinner, and my beverage was a cup of tea afterwards. So, what did everybody else have in the chat? No belly and benches, guys. Come on. I'm dreading this week. My son's on holiday for a week. So that should be interesting. Hopefully he'll have some days out with his partner. Instead of driving dad nuts. Ghost said I had coffee this mornings. Nice. What time of day is it now where you are, Ghost? I should imagine you'll be getting into the afternoon or just after lunchtime. Dooby doop doop dooby doo. Okie dokie. Following Ghost says 3 p.m. Ooh, nice. Dale Mac says belly, kebab, chips and salad, pizza and cheesy garlic bread, beverage, can of Dr. Pepper, bench detailing the Rossonante. You got to send me a picture of that, Dale. You really have. Like to see it when it's finished in the ppm. Are you doing any more from the Expanse? Are you doing the Doniger or the Razorback or anything like that? Or is that the only one you're doing from them? That's what you could do, Ghost, isn't it? Bash a few Warhammer flyers together with Star Wars stuff. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Just catch up with the chat in a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay. Downmat 3D says, gonna take a while to paint, a lot of masking to do. Yes. Following Ghost says, going to jump off and inspect my leg to see if I have to have the part replaced. I'll try to stop back in. Okay, Ghost. Well, I hope I haven't damaged it too much. Dale says, I was looking at them today. I have all the files. Not sure which one to start with. Well, the Razorback is a bit smaller, isn't it? So that wouldn't take half as long, would it? Plus it's a lot smaller. Definitely a lot smaller. I think this will only need 3 coats. I'm surprised it's really quiet on YouTube tonight. We've got 10 people watching. Wow. Don't be shy, come in and say hello. Come into the chat. That's that engine done. So how did the Formula 1 go today? Any results? Got that tune stuck in my head. Yes. Okie dokie. Right. Yes, I think that might be the last coat. I think. Okay. Mark's Mods is in. He says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mark. Dale says, hello, Mark. David Markey says, hello, Mark. Nice of you to come in, Mark. How did your stream go? I had company, so I couldn't watch it. And one of my sons come round and I don't get to see him very often, so I'm not going to be ignorant sitting there watching a live stream. Okay, Mark's Mod says hi Dale. Mark's Mod says hello Dale. Catch back up in the chat in a minute. Mark's Mod says the stream went okay, then did some more PE. Cool. TBG says hi everyone. Hello there James, welcome in. How's mum? David Barkey says hello James. Mark's Mod says hello TBG. Delmat3D says hi TBG. TBG says hi again David Markey. TBG says Mark's Mods, and also says hi Delmac3D. Plastic Monkey's in as well. It says evening guys. Hello there Plastic Monkey and Ice Queen. I hope you're both okay. Welcome in. Under pressure. Mark's Mod says hello Plastic Monkey. David Markey says hello Paul. TBG says asleep for now. Oh bless her. David Markey says hello Sue. Plastic Monkey says hi James. Hi Mark. TBG says hi Paul and Sue. I only just caught the tail end of your stream last night, Paul and Sue. Just caught the end of it, unfortunately, more or less. I only found you because I was flicking through. I didn't get the notification for it, unfortunately. But never mind, I did find you eventually. Okay, where did I get to? Sprue and Glue says, sorry, was busy. Hello all. Mark's Mod says, hiya Sprue. Yeah, I think Mr. Sprue is sorting bricks out for tomorrow. Is that affirmative, Mr. Sprue? Can't wait to start picking the detail out of this thing. Just do this bit and I'll get back to the chat, guys. Okay. Mark Smud says, hi Sprue. Plastic Monkey says, thanks for popping in. Appreciated it. Notification not good. It's just the fact I looked on YouTube and saw you were live. Plastic Monkey says, hi Sprue. Sprue and Glue says, lunch was gammon, mash and veg, Diet Coke and bench and Jupiter 2. Yes, YouTube's not very good with notifications just lately, are they? At least you found me. Oh, I don't know where my dog is. She's quiet. Not unless she's on the bed behind me and I've not heard her get on it. She's waiting for me to go to bed. That's what it is. She's got a while to wait yet. Definitely. Okay. Plastic Monkey says, hi Sprue. I've already read those. Sprue and Glue says, Lindsay, just sniff, you'll find her later. Yeah. Follow the smell. I know. But then, yeah, again, Sprue, she gasses the whole house out, so she could be anywhere. I don't think she's in here with me. No, she's not in here. So I've got the door closed, so she won't be in here. There's Andrew and his girlfriend there on the computers. So. We got Telecommander TA says hello there, welcome in, and he also says how are your doings? Yes, we're doing good, thank you. And Sprue and Glue says hello Telecom. Mark Smod says hello Telecommando TA. I think Telecommando's new in the chat. Never seen him before. You're welcome in. Fireworks must be on sale. They're giving it the large ones with them tonight. Okay. Mark Smod says hello Telecommando. Mark Smod says Lindsay, how much black paint do you go through each month? Laugh out loud. Quite a bit, Mark. Quite a bit. I'd say at least two tubs a month. Depends how big the build is. And don't forget I use it for base colour too. So. To put over the top of the primer. So I do get through quite a lot. Right, just sit that down for a minute. That's the third coat on the top, that is. Just let that go off a bit and then I can whip it over. Spirit Glue says Mark, he has shares in black. Mark's Mod says okay, makes sense. I've got my daughter to get me another 2 tubs, so that's 4 tubs I've still got left in the drawer. So I use quite a lot of it. Just with Warhammer though, and resin figures. So, okay, we're going to flip this over. Start at the back. Work my way along. Try and think where I left off. So it's the beauty about this Citadel paint though, you can thin it right down so you don't get brush strokes. You can actually buy the stuff now to put through airbrush. Got a bottle of that. I've had it ages and never used it. It's one of those probably sit in my drawer for a year before I use it, like everything else. Okie dokie. There's no more chat yet. Once I start bringing the detail out in this build, that's when it all comes together. No more chat. So what was your belly and benchmark? I think you told me what you got on the bench. Doing more stuff on the Voyager or photo etch. You'll be expert at photo etch soon. Okie dokie. Should keep going as long as you guys are watching. As soon as we get down to about 4, then I'll end it. Better than a spray job, that is, you know. So flat. Mark's Mod says, my belly and bench has not changed since this afternoon. Ooh. Delmat 3D says, do you have painted masks for the Voyager Mark? He says, no Dale, I don't. I think they do them for that build. I think you should come on the Friday sci-fi build, Dale. Get stuck back into your Enterprise. Hope you can't hear him. Seven in. Bit dropping. That's because I ain't saying much, that's why. You can only talk about so much, guys. Never really have been much of a conversationist, really. Some people can sit there and really gift to the gab. Dale says, not done anything with the Enterprise for a while, still laid out on the coffee table. Is it having a snooze, Dale? Sprawled out on the coffee table. to clean my brush in a minute. And change my water. Okay. Well, I've just got a nip and change my water, guys. Let's wash this brush out first. It's getting a bit clogged up. I'm just going to go and change my water, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. No more chat yet. Ooh, we're losing people. Another half an hour then, guys, and then we'll be calling it. I know it's boring watching people paint. So, but I do appreciate people coming in. It's always much obliged. Some people just want to sit and chill out on a Sunday night as they got work the next day. Sit and be with their families. My kids are all grown up now, they just do their own thing. So Spoon Glue says it's not boring, it's relaxing. I'm glad you think it's relaxing. It's good job I ain't got one of them voices that's like whispering Bob Harris, and you would end up falling asleep. Does anybody remember him whispering Bob Harris from the Old Grey Whistle Test? Some of you might be a bit too young. I used to watch it regularly. Used to be on late at night. I think if you're under 60, I think you won't remember it. So Arthur would remember it, definitely. Yes, well before your time, Dale. Yeah, it was a bit similar to Top of the Pops, but most of these bands were like people like the Kinks, all from all that kind of era. I would say they're more or less more like your contemporary rock. The Rolling Stones, they'd been on it a couple of times. Yeah, quite interesting. You didn't get pop bands on it. They were like, proper bands. I mean, I've never classed Rolling Stones as pop bands anyway. So their music is a bit different to pop stuff. You had people on it like Santana and Cream and all those kind of people. Stuff back from the 60s and early 70s. Contemporary rock bands, I would call it. Then you had another band there that sung The House of the Rising Sun, but it wasn't the Animals. It was a group called Frigid Pink. I think they did a better version of it, actually. You guys want to look that up on YouTube? Frigid Pink, House of the Rising Sun. sounds completely different to the Animals version. Completely different. But yeah, a lot of people do that song and they butcher it. But these people didn't. Excuse the cough. Athel would well remember it. I mean, I used to watch that programme when I was a young teen, at 12, 13. So, Athel would have been a little bit older than that, so he would have known. I've got dry throat. So if you're enjoying the stream out there, guys, please give it a thumbs up, be much appreciated. Surprised Athel's not in, actually. Not unless he's just watching. Still got 9 people in. Wow. Way to go, people. Okay, that's that side. Just this side to go, guys. We'll stick with it until this bit's finished. Sometimes you can thin the paint a bit too much, actually. Just see that chap move. Somebody has spoken. Shh. Spoon Glue says, "Oh my God, Frigid Pink, 1968 was a recover version of The Animals from 1964, only with more bass and guitar." Yes, very. Completely different, isn't it? And you get other people try and play it like The Animals and they just butcher it. I used to play guitar, electric and acoustic, both of them. Until I got arthritis in my hands and that buggered that up. I can only just do this some days. He's got a hell of a voice on him, hasn't he, Spro? Let's see what this chat's doing. Spoon Glue says, "I just watched it." And Spoon Glue says, "I hated it." Ron's in and he says, "Hi Lindsay and all in chat." Spoon Glue says, "Too heavy for me, buddy." Spoon Glue says, "Hi Ron." Yeah. Heavy? Yeah. They made the song come alive. I think if I remember, Frigid Pink only did 2 records. That one and another one, I think it was. Tell you another group I used to like as well, and that was Sparks. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Do 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 do. Used to love Sparks. They were a German band, I think they were, Sparks. But that geezer that used to play the piano, he used to make me laugh. He used to have a the moustache, and he used to look like him too. He was such a serious person. Good gimmick, actually, very good gimmick. I think that'll be before your time as well, Dale Sparks. Okay, so that's that coat on there. Okay, so that's the third coat. Now I've got to let that dry now. Got a bit of a chip there. There we go. Wow. David Marcus says hello Ron. Mark Spot says hello Ron. Sprue and Glue says he looked like a bit of a green smoker. Dale Matt 3D says yep. Definitely. Okay, so we've got that third coat on of the black. So I need to let that thoroughly dry now, then make out whether I've got to put another one over the top of it. But if I haven't, then I shall start doing the rest of it. I've got these to dry brush these engines. Well, these thrusters, I would say, the thrusters, and then I've got to dry brush the engines as well. This bit's going to be red in here on these parts, and this is gold and silver. All this got to pull the detail out of this as well, out of that. That part is red on the front. So yeah, but it's getting there guys, getting there. I got the machine guns, they got to be dry brushed as well, so got to put another coat of red on that, pull the detail out of that. So yeah, getting there. But I don't want to put any more black on there now. I've got to wait for it to really dry out, so that will be dry by the morning, so because it will still be soft underneath. So we've done an hour and a half, so I hope you've enjoyed the stream, guys. So if you enjoyed the stream, you know what to do. Be really appreciated if you could. Look like a green smoker. Spliff. So anyway, yeah. So all in all, yeah, thank you very much for coming in, guys. Much appreciated. And yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, give it a good thumbs up. Even those in the background, if you've got a device that you could do it on, it'd be much appreciated. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please take a look first, and if you like what you see, give it a good old subscription, push the notification bell. Subscriptions are free. but you have to watch a certain amount of the video or a live stream, otherwise YouTube will take the sub away. Down Matt 3D says, great stream. Yeah, I've got my 3D printer 3/4 built. Dale. Sprue and Glue is laughing his head off. Yeah, I've got my son come round tonight, took the screw, and he's going to go see if he can find one for me. So yeah, happy days. See if he can get one. So I'm going to stop babbling, and if we don't see you anymore, we'll see you Wednesday, but you might see me before. So always a single stream, man. So say good night, bye bye, take care, be careful, stay safe.